Alright boys, what's good? So I'm back with another backtesting video, as this was pretty highly requested after the last one. People seem to find it really helpful, so I'm gonna just get into this whilst I'm talking. So I think we can tell we're definitely in a downtrend right here. We have reacted slightly from this low on the 4 hour, so we will see. Maybe we'll go bullish from here. It's definitely possible, to be fair. Yeah, I'll just be looking out for now. But yeah, after the last video, if you watched it, then you'll know it was on the pair USD Chef. That's since been added to the main pairs list in the Discord. It is yet to have a trade for us to take, but hopefully it will soon, and we'll see if it'll cook for us. Today I've got AUD NZD as the pair. It's already been in the main pairs list for a while. I believe it's cooked for us a couple times in the Discord. However, I feel like it's kind of a fairly neglected pair because who thinks a trade AUD NZD? So hopefully I can show it off a little bit and show how well it works with this strategy. But obviously this is just a random point in the market, so who knows what could happen. For all we know, I could have just randomly gone into some losing period in March 2023. Who knows? But it's looking like we could potentially go bullish off reacting from this low that we just marked out. We're not really breaking too many lows, but we're kind of consolidating at the moment, so I wouldn't be too sure of anything. Okay, no, maybe not. I'll definitely be looking out for sells from here, to be fair. Speaking of, we definitely have this supply on the table. This looks very possible. In fact, I believe this has created another level of liquidity within 11 pips. I believe that's valid liquidity then. Could be nice too. But yeah, also let me know in the comments what other pairs you're trying to see me backtest, because yeah, I really don't mind. I'm also down to do indices. We actually took our first indice trade in the Discord literally yesterday. First ever trade on it, and that is currently running for a 1 to 7, I believe. I just took my profits at a 1 to 5. However, I know a lot of people are aiming for the full 1 to 10 on that trade, and it's looking pretty good for it. Also, is this just created valid liquidity for this zone? 14.4 pips, yeah, it's valid. It's also like a nice level of liquidity, so that could definitely be valid too if it comes up to it, but it's looking like it could just continue. I lied, does not look like it's going to continue down. And nice rejection. This would just be a close entry. There's no other way to see it really. 1 pip stop loss as always, and this is looking like a potential for the low. TP1 maybe here. We'll see what this does. Okay, bad start, bad start. However, if it does come to this top zone, that's probably nicer, to be fair. This level of liquidity right here is beautiful. So we'll see what this does. Bad start, but hey, trust me, we come back. And that's another nice rejection. If this loses too, I'd be very surprised, because I imagine that one just lost so that it would come to this top zone, because this is actually beautiful. We kind of have this level of consolidation right here as well, and often reacts from these areas. And especially since we've come all the way to the top right here, this is definitely possible that this could be a very nice trade. So this would probably be, once again, all the way at the low. Stop loss, 1 pip for a 1 to 9.5. Sounds possible. Actually, I'll bring this back out because this would also be TP1 once again. TP1 would be a 1 to 5.7. And we'll see if this one can reach low, because the last one most definitely did not. Okay, there we go. News event doesn't look too crazy. I think we definitely would have held through that. However, it's looking like it most likely will not hit TP2, but still, either way, that is 2.55% profit already locked in, because we take off half our position at TP1 and then we put stop loss to break even. So this is already just a risk-free trade, but we'll see what it continues to do. Okay, questionable movement right here. Never mind, it's looking pretty good to potentially hit TP2 here. And yeah, there we go. Overall, that would be a, fuck it, I'll put it on screen. I'm not sure how much percent, because we took 50% at TP1. That's a very nice 1 to 9.5 trade. Wow. Okay, I take it back. It's a good start. This is a very nice start. Yeah, I guess that's pretty good evidence that, you know, top zones on supplies or bottom zones on demands are usually the best zones. And let's just continue, I guess. I'm looking out for demands and supplies. Demands just in case there is a reaction, but right now I'm literally looking for anything, just in case a demand would be valid if I go into higher time frames. Okay, yeah, this market is just not moving how I want it to right now. It's not really doing much at all, but this will happen. This is why we have more than one pair, because we'll have very dry periods. That's just been like close to a month. We'll definitely have dry periods, but not reacting from literally anything. That could shape things up, potentially. Okay, there's a demand that's reacted from here, but obviously this is looking questionable for demands right now. So I'm going to look in the higher time frame, see if this is valid. Overall, okay, it's consolidating just a lot really. There's no say, particularly one way or another. If we get a little line going for where it reached the low, see if reacted at all previously. It's looking like a little reaction here maybe. Definitely a reaction here. Some reactions back here. Definitely seems like a point where we could go bullish from. These two right here definitely look quite convincing for us to potentially go bullish off. If you come back here, there are just like random reactions. So potentially take a chance. We have obviously had a very bullish reaction. We do have another zone down here, so I mean, actually let me check. Yeah, this is another zone right here. So this could potentially be the same situation as last time, but this zone looks nicer, but obviously it's a top zone. Wait, I forgot to actually put on a thing. And well, that will happen. Not too surprised, but we'll see what happens. We did break the high, so once again, if it does come to this bottom zone, then that is still valid, but I'm not sure if it will. Having a lot of weird price action. This is definitely looking like a flip entry. Obviously we would not be getting it up here. That would be a horrific risk to reward. Probably just put stop directly below the candle, to be fair, when stop loss is this large. It's actually a max stop loss. So with that being said, in order to get a decent R, I would have to aim pretty high. A 1 to 9 is possible. 1 to 4.6 would be right here for a TP1. Even just on the 30-minute, we definitely reacted pretty harsh from this before, so I'm still confident that we could go bullish from here. This looks like a position that we probably would take, so you know what, we'll take the chance. It's looking pretty damn good, to be fair. Who knows if there's any... I missed another position. I just missed out on a beautiful position. I was already in this trade, so I didn't even think about it. Okay, entry isn't exactly beautiful. This would be a max stop loss for 15 pips. This would be another beautiful position that you could probably take to that high. Maybe for this one, TP1 would be up here. Damn, that is even more quality than this one. Okay, this is getting a bit confusing though. We got 3 positions on one screen right now. We've got overlapping positions, but we'll see what these do. Like, they're just running so nice. Off 2 zones. We had 2 zones. Man, it's bound to win. And it just changes trend completely based off them. I believe this is technically another zone. Yes. Why have all the zones come out suddenly and I'm just missing them all? That's another liquidity zone. As you can see, we came down 2 candle liquidity, broke the high, came directly back down to the zone. That's another valid position. I'm not gonna even mark that out because I'll be honest, this video doesn't feel as clean as the last one. AN might be a bit messier, but as you can see, it's built for some higher R positions. Like, it runs. This can completely change trend based off our zones, which is another reason I was willing to take these based off what would usually look like a fairly bearish trend. But damn, 3 zones in one, and they all hit. I didn't mark this one out, but if we counted both of these, then the profit would be that. I couldn't tell you what it is right now. I can't be asked to do that math. But wow, this TP1 would be a 1 to 5.6. TP2 would be a 1 to 7.39. Future Mango, do the maths, buddy. You got that. Trust. Let's continue. It's looking like a potential position right here. Although it is 10, so this is swap hours. You definitely wouldn't enter on swap hours. We'll see. This is 11. This is 11:30. This is 12. This is outside of swap hours. This is probably when we would enter. And definitely 1 to 3 for TP1. We are very bullish already. We might want to retrace more before going up more. But I guess this is potential for a TP2. I would definitely say TP1 at 1 to 3 though. But let's see what we can get based off this dodgy swap hours entry. Okay, I thought I was about to lose there. Okay, TP1 has been hit. That's a dub. Okay, well, there's stop loss. TP1 though, 1 to 3, that would be 1.5% profit. Andy would have been at break even, I forgot about that. So that would have been just 1.5% profit, not bad at all. Well, yeah, I'll take that. 1.5% profit, always good to see. And guess we'll just continue. That was quite a nice 2 candle liquidity it's created. No, we will not. Okay, actually, to be fair, if it does come down to it now, that's even nicer. This is very nice liquidity right here. Ooh, we actually do. Okay, I quite like this trade. I was going to say this would probably be a break of candle entry anyway. I went above it. 10.4 to 11.4. Since we are very high up, this would probably just be a 1 to 3. Like, we have just continued up for ages. That's probably what I should have done for this last one. Yeah, no, yeah, I should have done that. But you know what? That's in hindsight. I will do that for this one if it hits that TP, that is. But we shall see. Never mind. I'm actually surprised about that because I quite like the setup, but I guess we are very high up. But yeah, let's just continue. Finally! Okay, we have a position here. That was a lot of nothing. We have a position. This looks quite nice. Once again, I like the liquidity on this setup. It's quite clean, just quite clean. I don't know what to tell you. I'm 4 to 10.4. Go for probably this high. Probably have full TP at this high because there's not much else to put it to. Entry's not great, 10 pips stop loss. So this 1 to 4 is still 40 pips. Oh, okay, well. Wow, I waited a month just to lose. But fair. We're gonna keep going for one more setup, fuck it. One more, we'll see what happens. Breaking this high technically makes this so invalid. It's not my favorite though because it's not like break of a major. Oh, okay, my trading view lagged a little bit. This would very likely have been a flip entry just because it was very high up. Once you see it rejecting by that much, you kind of, I don't know how to, that sounds like I'm just capping. I've explained entries and stuff before. Flips usually don't happen unless it's 2 candles entering the zone and then flipping. But if it's like the open of the candle is pretty high up and it flips, that's also valid. I just realized I forgot to mention that in my increasing RRs video. That kind of sucks. But we'll have TP1 up here, to be fair. It's looking like this will lose based on this candle. I can't say for sure. But at the same time, this is one thing that I need a lot of you to understand, okay? What a lot of people don't realize is that the candles that are printing do not matter. The trend matters, the zones matter, and this is looking like it could go for a 1 to 10, I'm not gonna lie. This just looks like a full 1 to 10 trade. Just based on how it's consolidated here. We've kind of come up and down, up and down. Definitely looks like it has potential to just shoot up. But yeah, the candles printing do not matter at all. That is not what moves the markets. Okay, wow, I thought that was gonna stop us. But that's the thing, I shouldn't, because the candles that are printing mean nothing during the trade. Like, once you've done your analysis, that should be you done. TP1 is here, wow, what the fuck? Yeah, the candles don't move the market at all. Say that these black candles right here, that doesn't change anything. When you're looking for like higher trades, these candles don't mean nothing at all. Like, this is just how trend goes. I sometimes see people in the Discord being like, guys, the trade's looking bad because like there'll be a doji or something. It's like, the trade can still do whatever. As long as your analysis is there, then it should be good. And wow, that just hit the full 1 to 10. I had a few more losses than in the USD Chef video, but that video was that was kind of insane. We kind of had an insane run on USD Chef. We kind of had a fucking insane run on here. What am I talking about? We just hit a 1 to 10 loss, 1.5%, 1 to 9, 1 to 9.5, and just a few losses. Once again, pretty insane. I cannot complain. It just kind of randomly dropped in somewhere. I'm gonna check these against RD's backtests. If you don't know, he has like perfectly backtested results in the Discord. I believe there is one for OrdNZD, so I'm probably gonna check these against that and just make sure that I've taken all the correct trades. But yeah, maybe a bit of a scuff video, but hope this helped somebody, especially back here. This is questionable, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment what pair I should do next. Like the video because you're cool. Subscribe, follow the Instagram, join the Discord if you'd like, and yeah, that's about it, man. I'll see you next week. See ya.